Hi Year 9, here's a quick overview about what to expect if you're interested in studying Design and Technology at GCSE. The course is separated up into three subject specialist areas, the first being textiles, the second being timbers or resistant materials, and the third being papers and boards, also known as product design. You need to select your specialist area that you want to study, and you cannot choose more than one of these on the list. You can pick one of them alongside food as an option, but you can't pick more than one of the options in front of you on this list. The way that this course is structured is the same depending on which area you choose. 50% is exam that is sat in year 11 and 50% is NEA coursework, and I'll explain what that is in a moment. No matter what option you choose, you will cover the core theory, and the core theory equates to 40% of your exam. So we look at things like new and emerging technologies, automation, futuristic design, different ethics, environment, smart modern materials, mechanical devices, electronic systems, components, and you'll also cover a basic understanding of every different material area, including metals, timbers, textiles, papers and boards, and polymers. This equates to 40% of the exam, and that is why you cannot choose more than one of them as an option. If you're interested in textiles, you'll cover all of that theory as 40% of your exam, and then 60% of your exam will cover the textile specialist area. So you'll look at properties of fibres and fabrics, textile specialist processes and techniques, tools, equipment and processes, and surface treatments and finishes like batik, sublimation printing, embroidery, all of the stuff that we've started to cover in Key Stage 3. You can see on the screen there are some images from some of the coursework. Now this is what the NEA looks like, and I'll explain more about that in a moment, but this is some of the Year 11 work that was handed in last year. If you're interested in resistant materials, which you often call wood tech, is exactly the same as textiles. You'll still cover that core theory at the beginning, but 60% of your exam will also cover timber specialist content. So you'll look at properties of timbers, sources and origins, tools, equipment and processes, natural manufactured timbers and different treatments and finishes. There are some images on the screen here to show you what some of the NEA work looks like, and some of them are quite big in scale, so you really can choose what you want to make and run with it. Finally, if you want to pick product design, also known as papers and boards, 60% of your exam will be product design specialist area. So sources, origins and properties of different papers and boards, specialist processes and techniques, different production techniques for papers and boards, and surface treatments and finishes. This is a good option if you're interested in model making and architecture, because you'll make a lot of models and you'll play around with different modelling techniques using different papers and different boards and cardboards. The NEA is your non-exam assessment. So 50% of your overall grade will be your NEA. We begin your NEA in the summer of year 10, around May half term. And what happens is your teachers will give you 3 contextual challenges to choose from. You'll select the one that appeals to you the most, and you will then start to research and investigate that area, that contextual challenge. Once you've done some investigation, you'll then decide on a design problem for your product to solve. So you'll start thinking about what you want it to do and how you want to solve that problem. Then you'll start designing and modelling and testing your initial ideas, and we'll then go into the development phase where you'll develop and improve your idea. Finally, you'll make a final product, and then you'll review and evaluate it. And all of this is handed in around Easter time of year 11. So it's about 10 months worth of work that will equate to 50% of your GCSE. If you have any questions, feel free to come and find me. It's Miss Rogers, and I'm in the D&T block or the food block at any time. So if you've got any questions, please feel free to speak to me. Thank you.